Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. CNMI DOF is working with the IRS on getting funding for the third round of stimulus payments. Also tonight, an 11-year dispute finally gets resolved. And taxpayers have a little more time for filing. In sports, taking down Old B Bank, Team A looks like an A team. Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
A meal replacement smoothie is a great way to keep your fitness goals on track during the holiday season, and they taste great, fast, and easy. The December smoothie of the month is Minty Java Chocolate Chip, and it's just $5. Check out the Shake Cafe, Gold's Gym, Garapan.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half day Tirawami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, March 24th, 2021. Residents of the CNMI that will be receiving funding for the third round of stimulus could see that money in their bank accounts by the end of next week. The CNMI Department of Finance is expecting about $80 million to disperse for the third round of stimulus payments.
At least for the first round of stimulus, or the initial deposit into our Treasury account, we're expecting about $80 million. And once we know that if there's more funds we need, we will immediately inform IRS, and it's a quick process. They'll just quickly approve it and send us the balance or whatever amounts we do need.
CNMI Department of Finance Secretary David Adelig says he spoke with the IRS Tuesday regarding the requirements and implementation of the third round of stimulus.
Was discussed was, us having to open up a new checking account for them to send the monies, and reporting requirements are pretty much similar, but they just want to keep that separate from the first two stimulus. So it was mostly discussions and meetings regarding the implementation of the third round, making sure that we're in line with the American Rescue Plan Act and the requirements on both IRS or U.S. Treasury, as well as the territories.
Atelig says the CNMI Department of Finance is expecting approval from the IRS today, where funding will be transferred to the CNMI by next week.
Once we get the implementation plan all signed off, which we expect by Friday, then we hope to receive the funding by the end of next week. Once we receive the funding, we will be immediately dispersing the stimulus checks.
The stimulus portal will be open by Friday, according to Adalig, for those who want to sign up for direct deposit.
They're doing some testing, as was reported last Friday. We're finalizing, just clearing out some issues that we had in the second stimulus, and we're going to try to make it a lot smoother and hopefully error-free and for bank accounts. And therefore, we should have all this wrapped up by tomorrow. And so hopefully we get this out by Friday.
Those who opted for direct deposit on the second round and received the money with no errors do not need to sign up for direct deposit again. Senators helped the Commonwealth Ports Authority and Star Marianas come to an agreement beneficial to the traveling community. Sally Lemus reports.
An 11-year dispute between Star Marianas Air and the Commonwealth Ports Authority has finally eased down. SMA and CPA appeared before senators on Tuesday, where they were able to resolve their lease dispute.
And what I would like to do is, maybe if they were misunderstood or not taken the right way, put that behind us. Maybe we can start fresh and try and figure this out.
The dispute between SMA and CPA began in 2012. CPA was trying to collect $2.6 million for unpaid passenger facility charges. But SMA responded, stating the charges were too big, unfair, and should be based on fair market value. SMA also accused CPA of violating the Anti-Head Tax Act by charging head taxes on traveling passengers. And then in February 2014, SMA filed 6 complaints against CPA in the CNMI court.
I'm not quite sure, you know what I mean, how, Bob, you can present that you want to resolve this when you're constantly suing.
The NMI District Court and the FAA have repeatedly dismissed SMA's improper and unfounded complaints. In December 2020, SMA filed another complaint alleging breach of contract. CPA filed a motion to dismiss and expects to hear back next month.
What are we doing? Because sitting here and basically you rehashing what your view is not trying to win hearts and minds here, right? It's supposed to be, hey, you meet me halfway, you meet me halfway. But it seems that is not what's happening. So if you really want to, in good faith, settle this issue, there are steps, and your attorney knows what those steps are.
The Tinian and Rota senators were able to have both SMA and CPA agree to sit down and work things out. In an interview after the meeting, SMA President Bob Christian shared his purpose of meeting with the legislature.
The FAA said, that the proper place to get into the issues we raised were in local court. And that was, as Bob Torres had told them, the right place to resolve it was. We're saying court should be the last place. Let's try and get it resolved. It shouldn't have to go to court. We shouldn't have to go in and have a court tell us what we're supposed to be doing when it's plain English.
Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemus.
CNMI's fire chief confirms disciplinary actions are in place for personnel who aren't following the governor's directive. Sally Lemus has more.
Fire Chief Dennis Mendiola states a few individuals in his department wrote a letter of concern and requested for an exemption to vaccinate. And in compliance with the governor's directive, further action has been taken.
There is disciplinary action going on right now. The documentations are getting reviewed, so I'll comment when that time comes, when those documents are actually released.
At first, there were 23 individuals from the Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services who refused to get the vaccine, but that list has now dropped to 11. It was stated that most were deceived by the intent of the movement, and others were just trying their luck to get out of the vaccination. Mendiola says conversations about the vaccine have been on the table since December of last year.
When this happened, we actually gave some of the firefighters opportunity to kind of choose for themselves, right? So we didn't mandate this on the department since December. So we kind of gave it time. I spoke to these guys a few times and, kind of tried to inspire them to get the vaccine. I took the vaccine to actually instill trust in them that, thus far I'm okay.
When the directive was issued, DFEMS personnel had until the end of March to be vaccinated. The commissioner then instructed his team to at least be registered for the jab, and that's when the letter of concern came out. Minola states even if they were to be moved to an office setting, it wouldn't work out.
Right now we're short manpower because we're already covering down on Canoa, we're covering down on Marinas Resort, then we still have to do our day-to-day operation here. So we're already short manpower as a result. So we did furlough. We initially did furlough for the department when we couldn't suffice our financial needs, but then we had to bring them back. A lot of these firefighters that were furloughed, we had to bring them back because we couldn't suffice operation. It was kind of eating up more than saving the government. So for these guys to be transferred and be placed in a different section where they're not responding is pretty much hampering our overall operation.
Reporting for KSPN News, I'm Sally Lemis.
President Biden has approved the waiver for the CNMI's cost share portion of the Lost Wage Assistance Program. According to Congressman Gregorio Khalili Sablan, President Biden made the approval of the cost share adjustment under FEMA 4511-DR, which allows the CNMI to pay out the $300 federal money in weekly payments, but the CNMI does not have to match the 25% or $100. The Lost Wage Assistance Program ran from August 1st, 2020 through September. President Donald Trump denied the original request by the CNMI for the waiver. The filing due date for the 2020 tax year has been extended.
We will be implementing exactly as it is in the U.S. with the May deadline.
The new deadline for individuals to file the 2020 taxes is May 17th, 2021. That is an extension from the April 15th deadline that occurs every year. According to the Division of Revenue and Taxation, an individual does not need to file any forms for this extension. But if a taxpayer needs time beyond May 17th, a request can be filed with Form 4868 for an additional extension to October 15th. The additional extension to October is only for the filing of the tax return, not an extension of time to pay taxes that are due. The tax filing deadline postponement only applies to Chapter 7 income tax and Chapter 2 wage and salary earnings. After the break, we see the significance of Covenant Day in the past and present. Stay tuned.
For your smiles that give me endless pride. For our shared moments that become an endless treasure. And when I've taught you everything I know, I promise to always be here to watch you grow. You've got endless potential, son.
Access all you'll ever need, giving you endless data on your favorite social apps.
Winigi PHI Pharmacy in Gofadahi, Hihinim Lomo.
Our complete line of pharmaceuticals and lowest prices ensure you get the treatment that you deserve.
Our compassionate, friendly, multilingual staff will take the time to get to know you, explain your medications to you, and answer any questions that you may have.
Ngere eyor sumaye ukalweres ren, kuchu wayor safeye emal ebalusyo lalyamweres.
Inumin ang inyong gamot ayon sa inireseta ng inyong doktor at alinsunod sa bilin ng inyong parmasutiko.
We accept most insurance, but in case you don't have coverage, we offer cost-effective generic drugs.
PHI Pharmacy, your lifelong partner in health. PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
So what are you going to do this year? At Gold's, a dedicated fitness studio with a cushioned floor is perfect for group exercise. The cardio room features a variety of treadmills, bikes, steppers, and ellipticals. Fitness machines will help you achieve your goals, and the largest free weight area on Saipan gives you comfortable space to work out. Gold's Gym team is ready to help you get to your goals. Try harder. We know you can do it. Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. It's been 45 years since the Commonwealth was created in political union with the United States, and today we celebrate with Covenant Day.
March 24th is CNMI Covenant Day. Government agency offices and schools are closed, and many are hitting the beach to observe this holiday. But do you know the importance of this special day? KSPN takes it back to 2012, where the late Governor Eloy Enos tells the significance, reflecting on the signing of the document.
It's a holiday for us as well. I'm just sad that the community is not really celebrating the signing of the covenant. It became a very significant part of our history. It's a day in which we should all sit back and maybe take a look at the document and reminisce on where we've been, where we are, and where we're headed.
9 years later, the feelings are echoed by residents here today in the CNMI 2021, where the union with the United States is very significant, especially during the defining global health crisis of our time, the COVID-19 pandemic.
On a positive note, the Covenant Day has allowed us to receive federal grants every year for food stamps, Medicaid, and now in the present day, COVID-19 funding for people that have been displaced from their current jobs or lost of hours, and many other grant opportunities that have come our way. I believe that when I look at my U.S. passport as a United States citizen for the Commonwealth, it's a privilege. It's a privilege and an honor to hold a U.S. passport as a CNMI, as a person with CNMI descent.
President Ford signed the covenant agreement on March 24th, 1976.
On Guam, 16 and above is now able to avail of the COVID-19 vaccine. KUAM speaks with the younger generation.
For CNMI, I'm Peter Santos. Here's what's making news on Guam. Come one, come all, anyone above the age of 16 may be eligible to receive the COVID vaccine. At Tuesday's vaccination sites, we got to see some of the younger generations tell us why they decided to join the vaccination.
The age bracket for vaccine eligibility has finally been lowered to 16 and older, and we're starting to see some younger faces at the island's vaccination sites. And with about 50,000 more people now eligible to join the vaccination, Public Health's Vaccine Operations Chief Annette Uggins says the first day has been pretty smooth.
We've had a positive response so far. Once we opened the door, we've been having a steady flow. We've been seeing some of the younger generation, which is really great. And the 20-year-olds, we did have a family of 4, with 3 of them being teenagers. So, thanks to the mom for bringing them in. And again, just making sure everyone is protected across all eligible ages.
Speaking with some of the younger generations on why they made the decision to come out and get their vaccines on day 1 of the new eligibility bracket, each of them had their own unique take, but essentially they were all based around the same intention of wanting to do their part, not only by protecting themselves from the virus, but also protecting the community.
I have 3 siblings here. We all came down. It makes me feel safe, and it makes me feel like I'm keeping other people safe. The service here is good, they're fast, and I really encourage people my age come down, keep each other safe, because we're one island, one family.
I originally wanted to get vaccinated because I'm working and I haven't stopped working since the pandemic. So we plan to get the shot together because we have kids and, we just want to be safe around our family.
If resources are available to try to protect yourselves from the virus that's already growing, we definitely want it. It's worth giving it a try. So that's what we pretty much did, just to protect the ones around us, our family and each other from the numbers, even if the numbers are decreasing, it's still growing every day, and so we wanted to come out here and try to help control it.
It didn't hurt at all, but I mainly took it so that it helps with the safety of others, especially like the elderly. And I just encourage other younger people like me to do it, especially since the age limit has been lowered. And I believe it's for the better of everybody.
According to Uggan, with the age bracket opening the floodgates to allow for a wider range of eligible vaccine recipients, the path to half by May 1st is looking more and more achievable.
Stay informed 24/7 with KUAM.com.
Thank you. All right, coming up in the KSPN2 Sports Report, don't you love it when a plan comes together? Our soccer players sure do.
The newest in entertainment lets you do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus. Watch your favorite live and local channels, stream movies and shows on TV, on your phone, and on your tablet, right from your Docomo Pacific Wi-Fi. No more wires, no more cable boxes, now with the best price. Do TV your way with Docomo Pacific D TV Plus.
We're one of 8 U.S. regional fishery councils established under the Magnuson-Stevens Act. The council uses the best available science and local knowledge to develop fishery management plans for over 1.7 million square miles of our productive Pacific waters.
We worked with local scientists and managers to develop an app that captures detailed fishery data.
Accurate catch data from the fishing community are needed to sustain fish populations.
Take a proactive role in fishery management.
The power of data is in our hands.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Mariana's Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Mariana's Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goats Gym, and today we're going to go over the kettlebell deadlift. Fantastic exercise to build overall strength, particularly in the legs and hips. Remember, we want to make sure that our setup is in good position. If you set up in a bad position, it's not going to look good and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common error setup is obviously a rounded upper back. 2 simple ways of correcting that. All I'm gonna have Vince do here is extend his arms up here, and all he's gonna do is think about reaching long and pushing his hips back. Reach long and push your hips back. So as you can see, he's already in good position. Now all he's gonna do is grab that kettlebell. He's got tension in his legs and in his back. All he's gonna do is just stand up tall, finish with his glutes.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans, run for your life, or run for fun, or run to the store, whatever, just run. especially you women. This Saturday, in conjunction with the Women's Month in the Marianas, there's a 10K run this Saturday morning at American Memorial Park, right next to the Hyatt. Start time is 6 a.m., that is before sunrise. Walking is okay, especially if you have bad knees. It's okay to have a team. That's good too. There's a $10 entry. Yes, this is the first women's 10K to be run here. The Cobreville Training Center is as busy as it's ever been. It's basically every day, either games or training sessions. So let's look at some of the action from Sunday afternoon. Don't forget your mask when you come here, and don't get too close to other spectators. So grab an umbrella and a chair. Sit by yourself. Stay out of the sun. Mickey Vargas doesn't need an umbrella to stay out of the sun.
That's a nice camera.
Well, it's a nice chair you got there. U18 Team A putting the pressure on old B-Bank, a veteran squad. Free kick for the boys. Panapa Petru blocks that shot. The teens get the ball back, but not a good shot there. Here's a good shot. Caden Church lets the defender slip by, switches to the left foot. He collects a hat trick. U18 Team A crushes old B-Bank 8-0. Meanwhile, on the adjacent mini pitch, dangerous closing gate. Not everybody can do it.
I'm trying to make it here.
You have to be a college graduate.
I'm learning 8th grade.
Oh, in 5 more years, you'll be able to fix that. With the gate safely closed, there were goals aplenty in the Dove League. Canoa FC blasting the goal against Tan Holdings FC. Here's how you do it. Paul and Joyce to Christelle Itas. Bam, goal. Canoa takes this game 3-2. Shirley's in blue almost gets a goal there against Southern United. Close doesn't count. Shirley's is undefeated in the A division, and you are witnessing why. Angie Maita with the save. She's been terrific all season. Gabby Race off the post. The rebound. Block. That's it. It's over. Shirley's wins this one 3-2, their 4th straight victory. In the B division, the other Shirley's also on top, bumping against the Tan Holdings squad.
Are you okay?
Julianne Capayas runs the ball in for Tan Holdings score. Geraldine. Oh, she just misses. Geraldine. Oh, she just misses. Oh. Geraldine. Oh, she just misses. Geraldine Castillo had so many misses. That's why she only scored 3 goals. Shirley's wins this one 5-3.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw.
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735. Do you have the flexibility to work out between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m.? At Gold's Gym, we call this off-peak, and it can save you money. Short-term daytime memberships on sale now, just $59 per month, and gets you access to the biggest and cleanest fitness center on island. Get yourself healthy and strong. Check out Gold's Gym today.
Today's high temperature 87, the low 77, humidity 65%. Tomorrow, more of the same. Partly cloudy, isolated showers, east winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. High 87, low 77. Seas 6 to 8 feet. A little bit of chop out there. Sunrise 6:17, low tide at 11:42, followed by high tide 4:28, and then a beautiful, glorious sunset at 6:28. That's it. That's your news, sports, and weather. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you back here on Friday night.